Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Okay, right?
Ritter off the play fake. He's got right here. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Down. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
First down, here's Ritter. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Ritter now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Ritter to throw it. Completes this one to Pickens. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throwing to the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Right, 97.
Ritter fires quickly out wide. Touchdown! A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Escaping a tackler at the 25. Pass midfield, look out. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now they'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. In motion left, Godwin.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
2nd and 6. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And shutting him off, now open field. He's still barreling through. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Koo to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down, they'll run with White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's White. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The Bucs had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They give to White on the option. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Read option, this is White. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's White, and this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
To number 20. A 6-yard gain brings up third and goal.
Running here with White. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Come on, 38.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back to throw, Ritter. Man open is Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Falcons.
Field, black.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
He's got his man. It's right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
The throw over the middle taken in. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Here we go.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Blue stripe. Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10.
10 cycles.
Robinson up the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On the ready.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Striker. 3-3. 6. Mega. Zero blue. Red. Yellow.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Right. 6. Check white. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort, and they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Ritter. Finding Pickens for another catch.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to operate now. First and 10 from right around the 12. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And they're going to speed things up here.
And now an audible here into something else.
It's now second and 19 at the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
By number 11. A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
PACT3, PACT3. 70 rings.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
George Pickens.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
19 tight, 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On fourth down, King. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
George Pickens with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
They start the drive with White. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's King to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw is King on 1st and 10.
Complete right side to Otten.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. King. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
They give to White on the option.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Bucs are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
That makes the score Falcons 35, Buccaneers 8.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
He's got this to Pickens.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the set. 62 green jack.
Now Ritter to throw on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner?
Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Down.
2nd and 10.
Black shot. Strike.
Ritter off the play fake.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Blaster. Stick. Ready.
On play action, here's Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Touchdown, Falcons! George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Falcons start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Ritter on 1st and 10. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Second and 11.
Drill, 52.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 4.
6.
And it's 3rd down.
Ritter back to throw.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now King looking to throw on 2nd down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56. Buccaneers 16.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Evans has it left side. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. King. Looking left sideline. It's complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and getting...
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And he's got it inside the 10.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Ready, set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day,